Okay, for common names, we look at the first one. Okay, again, if this one is based on IUPAC, okay, IUPAC, for the first structure here, we choose the longest continuous carbon chain. So always number your carbon first. Okay, 1, 2. So if it is 2, then the position of Cl here located at carbon number 1. So here it is 1 chloroethane. 1 chloroethane. So this is IUPAC. Okay, but if the name here is common, okay, common, because IUPAC and common names come together, okay, if you identify the IUPAC, so you have to identify the common name. Okay, so now look at the Cl. Okay, look at the number of R group attached to the Cl. Okay, so here there are 2 carbon attached. 2 carbon means, as I mentioned earlier, that's why you have to memorize the number of carbon, the alkyl. Okay, if it is C1, it is methyl. Okay, methyl. So you have to memorize the name and the structure. So if this is C2, so here there are 2 carbon, the name is ethyl. Okay, ethyl. So naming, okay, naming, based on this structure, it is we name the alkyl first. Okay, ethyl. Okay, it is different from the IUPAC where we name the halogen first and then the alkane. But for common, we name the alkyl first. Okay, the R group, this is the R, and then we name the X. The X is halogen. Okay, if for common, okay, common is different. Okay, where originally we have this, for example, we have F, IUPAC, and common. Okay, so if fluorine, IUPAC is fluoro. Okay, but for common name, it fluorine, we change the INE to IDE. So it will be fluoride. Okay, look at this. Fluoride, IDE, change it. If chlorine, okay, IUPAC, this one is chloro, and common will be chloride. Okay, IDE. Okay, bromine. So if IUPAC name, it is bromo. Then common will be bromide. Okay, and IUPAC is iodo, and the common will be iodide. Okay, IDE. So all of this change to IDE. So based on this name, okay, so ethyl, and this one, this X is Cl. So Cl is here, chloride. So ethyl chloride. Okay, remember, for common names, if there are no number, just like before, this is numbering. Numbering is only applicable for IUPAC. Common, no numbering system. Remember, no numbering system. Okay, so you just identify how many alkyl group attached. Okay, if there are 2, ethyl propyl, so you have to use alphabetical order, which one comes first, E or P, for example. Okay, so this is the IUPAC and common names. Okay, now we look at the second one. So this structure, originally this is iodo cyclohexane. Okay, iodocyclohexane. But since this is IUPAC, okay, if you write it for common names, so we name the alkyl first. So this is the alkyl group attached. Okay, the alkyl group is the cyclic structure. Okay, the cyclic structure is the R. So this is cyclohexyl. Okay, no more cyclohexane. Okay, A and E replaced by YL. Okay, A and E replaced by YL. Okay, so here cyclohexyl, and this is I here is iodide. Cyclohexyl iodide. Okay, so the tips here is that you have to identify the naming first. Okay, I mean what is the name of this alkyl. Okay, so if you know the rules, then easier for you to name it whether it is IUPAC or common. Okay, remember, it is simple. if you know the rules. Okay. So next one is this one. Okay. Originally, the name here, the name is bromobenzene. Bromobenzene. But if we name it based on, this is IUPAC. Okay, IUPAC. If we name it based on common names, then okay, this is the R. It's not benzene anymore, so we name it phenyl. Yeah, phenyl. And then Br, look at Br. This is bromide. Phenyl bromide. Okay, there you go. You have the IUPAC and you have the common names. Remember, for common names, I repeat, there's no numbering system like 1 phenyl bromide, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, we just need to identify what are the alkyl group attached to it. Alkyl or aryl group attached to it. Okay, now, okay, next one is, it is a little bit complicated when it involves iso. Okay, iso. For example, isopropyl. Okay, I just put isopropyl, isobutyl, isopentyl. Okay. So whenever you come across this iso, okay, how do you identify the iso? Remember, this iso means that the alkyl group, it doesn't matter methyl or ethyl or propyl, but as long as the R group, okay, attach on the second last carbon. Okay, so we call it iso. Okay, for example, okay, so we draw the structure first. The first carbon here attached to chlorine. Okay, we have C. Okay, like this. Okay, H2CH. Okay, like this. Okay, originally when you name this compound IUPAC, okay, the name here is, okay, we have to name based on IUPAC and common names. So here, carbon number 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, it depends. So which one is continuous longest chain? This one. So I just put it like this. Okay, this is the continuous longest chain. So this is 3 carbon, it's propane. Okay, propane. So the name here is 1 chloro, 2 methyl propane. Okay, this is IUPAC. Okay, IUPAC. But for common names, okay, for common names, you have to identify the alkyl group. So when you look at this Cl, okay, all of these are the alkyl group. So these are 3 carbon. Okay, 3 carbon, and the second last carbon, there are 3 carbon, right? Okay, second last carbon means at least carbon. Second last carbon here, you have methyl group attached. Okay, methyl group attached. So it means that this is iso. Remember, there are alkyl group attached on the second last carbon. Okay, so this is iso. So we count the number of all the carbon altogether. We count the number of carbon. Okay, so we count the number of carbon. I'm using green color. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon total. And the position of carbon number 4 here is located at the second last carbon. So the name is 4 carbon, right? 4 is butyl. Okay, as we know that 1 is methyl, 2 ethyl, 3 propyl, 4 butyl. So here the name is isobutyl chloride. Okay, isobutyl chloride. That's it. Okay, no need for you to naming using numbering system like IUPAC. Okay, so you just have to identify the type of alkyl group attached. Okay, if it is normal one like this, it's easier. Okay, normal one is easier like this. This is easy because there's no substituent attached on carbon number 2, 3, and so on. But if there are substituent attached like this, so you have to use iso, third, secondary, sec-butyl, and so on. Okay, so this is iso. Again, another iso. Okay, so we look at the structure. Again, this is your Cl. Okay, and here we have CH3, CH3. Sorry, why is it my C like this? Okay, CH3. Okay, so the IUPAC. Okay, so when we naming it, you cannot start with this one, carbon number 1, no, because look at your C here is actually your Cl is on the center carbon, okay, in the middle carbon, so you cannot start with 1. Okay, you cannot start with 1. So here carbon number 1, can be either from this side or from this side, so you choose. Okay, so I start with this side because this is only 3 carbon, so either one, this chlorine is located at carbon number 2. Okay, 3 carbon. Okay, remember this one cannot be carbon number 1 because it is the middle. Okay, the middle carbon, the alpha carbon is a middle carbon. Okay, so 3 carbon, so IUPAC is 2 chloropropane. Chloropropane. Alright. Okay. Chloropropane. Okay, like this. Okay, now common name. Okay, common. Okay, for the common name, you have to circle first. Okay, this is your Cl. This is your Cl. All of this C, okay, are the alkyl group. Okay, this is alkyl group. So look at the carbon. Okay, this carbon, second last carbon here. This 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. At carbon number 2 got methyl group attached. So still it is iso. Okay, because second last carbon got alkyl group attached. So 1, 2, okay, 3. So here at carbon number here total number is 3, so the name is isopropyl. So if this Cl attached, then chloride. Okay, isopropyl chloride. Okay, so again last one, iso. Okay, Cl again, I just put Cl on the first carbon. Okay, you have CH2. Okay, CH2, then CH3, CH3. Okay, so just straight away using common. Okay, when you look at this, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at carbon number, second last carbon is carbon number 3. Okay, because the last carbon is 4. Look at the second last carbon, carbon number 3 got alkyl group attached. Okay, as long as there are alkyl group attached to the second last carbon, then this will be automatically iso. So now we want to identify how many carbon on this R group attached. 1, so definitely this is iso, but now we count the number of carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means pentyl. So isopentyl. That's it. That is how you identify the iso. Remember the rules? Second last carbon got substituent attached, the alkyl group attached. So isopentyl chloride. Okay, so that is how you identify the iso.